Good evening, my androids. How are you all doing? How are things going? So, I feel like my mother is condescending, and I'll explain to you what I mean. She said, "Oh, that shirt looks good on you." And it was clearly a condescending comment. It was clearly her being sarcastic. My mother's a sadist and a bully. My mother is basically a sadist and a bully. Well, my mother said to me, "That shirt looks good on you." And I took it as not a sincere comment. I guess maybe it was sincere, but I feel like my mother's a sadist. I feel like my mother's a liar. TV says, "I think it looks good." Am I being sarcastic? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, TB. TB asks, if I saw somebody else wearing this, would I think it looked good? Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's a nice looking shirt. It's not a millionaire shirt, but it's not a bad shirt necessarily. TB says he thinks it looks snazzy. I guess I'm just so used to everybody laughing at me and not being sincere that I have a hard time taking compliments. TB says I should up my polo shirt game to match my sweater game. Am I feeling sensitive today? I feel like my mother is lying to me and there's hidden realities, and I want her to admit it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe about relatives. Maybe my relatives are successful and they're living in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I don't know. It's just a suspicion that I have. Yeah. Somebody says if my relatives actually were living in Williamsburg, wouldn't that be very difficult to hide? I guess so. Unless they're all lying and gaslighting me, my mother, father, and stepfather. Unless everybody is lying and gaslighting me. Somebody says, well, what I'm saying is not impossible, but it's also very unlikely that it's next to impossible. Dr. Garrett, didn't Dr. Garrett teach me to do probability stuff? I guess if everybody is telling me that I'm delusional, the likelihood is that I'm probably delusional, you know? I'm eating pierogies. I just want to like curl into a ball and say, I want the truth. Somebody tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. I just want the fucking truth. That's all I want. Just the truth. Tell me the fucking truth. You know, that's it. And I'm just gonna rock back and forth. Tell me the fucking truth. Somebody asked me, do I ever apologize to my mom after I calm down? Not really. And it ruins and erodes the relationship because, you know, so he says maybe I should give it a go sometime and just apologize to my mother. Fair enough, TP. She might appreciate it. I know, like some people say, my mother's a queen. She deserves to be apologized to. TB, if you were me, what would you do? If you were me, what would you do? TB said he would try to figure out why he's having the same thoughts, even though they're very unlikely. So this evening, my father came by to watch me take my medication. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You know, I didn't really say get the fuck out of here. I'm like, get out of here. Can mom watch me at 8? I'm just in pain. I'm just in a lot of pain. You know, I'm just leave me the fuck alone. But I want to be loved. You know, I don't even know how to express what I'm going through. Really, I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown. I don't know if a nervous breakdown is even a real word. TV says it's understandable how you're feeling. I feel like I'm coming unglued, TV. I feel like I'm coming unglued. TV says I do seem a little more unstable recently. My last session with Garrett is, I think, Monday, 2 days from now. Like, I want to tap out. I want to tap out, you know? Somebody says maybe the fact that I haven't seen Dr. Garrett in a little bit is making me anxious, or the fact that I'm wrapping up sessions with him is making me anxious. That's an interesting point. I mean, it's certainly a possibility. Somebody says, am I going to thank Dr. Garrett in the last session? I think so. I think I'll thank him, yeah. Why not? How many years with him total? Well, I started seeing him in January 2017. It's now July 2024, so over 7 years. Time flies, you know? I feel like I'm having a mental breakdown, man. Anne is back. It's the hard knocks life for me. It's the hard knocks life for me. Instead of treated, I get tricked. Instead of kisses, I get kicked. It's the hard knocks life. Miru was thinking of the other Anne, Anne Frank, the Diary of Anne Frank. Fair enough. Let's see if I can find that email about Anne Frank. There was a Dr. Garrett email about Anne Frank. Here we go. Although when my mother called me Anne, short for Andrew, when my mother called me Anne, short for Andrew, she was really calling me Anne Frank, wasn't she? Although I'm aware what I lived through pales in comparison to the Holocaust, it's not predicate logic and ideas of reference. She knew exactly what she was saying. She was making an Anne Frank joke about the suffering I was living through. Even if my mom was calling me Anne Frank, the name Otto Greenberg, Green Bunny, comes from Otto Warmbier. So don't think too much about it. It's an insensitive joke, assuming it's not delusional, but it doesn't mean I lived through the Holocaust and she's Adolf Hitler. Okay, it's just as bad. I have a diary too. I have a blog. I'm like Anne Frank. My pants are back on. Mirror says the blog is gone, lost forever in the sands of time, much like the Cell Waters channel. Hey, Miru, I just leave me alone. This is not what I need to hear right now. Lucy wants to know, did I see Deadpool yet? I didn't see Deadpool yet. Lucy says, go see Deadpool. I'll love it. Was it good? What's it about? Who's the villain? Lucy says it was excellent. Who's the villain in the movie? Deadpool teams up with Wolverine, Lucy says. Somebody says the villain is Professor X's sister. Yeah, I was going to see it with my father today, but he didn't show up at the mall. Lucy says she feels the movie needed an appearance from Green Bunny. It's the hard knocks life for me. TB says maybe I could write a comic book Who Framed Green Bunny. It seems as though Green Bunny is all but retired. I think we've hit the. I think we've kind of. I think we've kind of finished that one. I mean, Green Bunny might get a reboot. Don't get me wrong, but as of right now, me and my mother can't coexist. Obviously, I wanted to do a Green Bunny comic about Otto Greenberg having a successful brother or sister, and my mother refused to draw that. And as a result, we fought, and we haven't done a Green Bunny in months. So. So that's the story. I guess I could convince my mother to pick up the pen again. Mirror says I look like I'm about to cry. I don't know, Miru. TB says Christine is a talented artist. Thank you, Miru. Thank you, TB. So he says Christine has moved on to a more lucrative project. She's a once-in-a-generation talent. Fair enough, Miru. Fair enough. Lucy wants to know, is there an open mic tonight? I don't really know what's going on tonight, although I'm dressed pretty well. Maybe I could go somewhere. Maybe I could do something. That's a good call, Lucy. Lucy says, I look great tonight. Somebody asks, does Nami host any singles events? Somebody says, Lucy says, go out. Where would you go, Lucy? Speaking of geese, Lucy, I saw geese eating grass. And it was quite the sight to see. Mirror says this is starting to turn into Joe Biden. Somebody says go out and meet some new people. I don't know. I mean, how about Puddinghead? Puddinghead, 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 Puddinghead. Okay, Lucy's got an idea for me. What's your idea, Lucy? Volunteer at an election center to meet new people. Fair, that's a good idea. It's a good idea, Lucy. It's a good idea. Lucy says, I'm sure cute young women are volunteering. Miru says he would never do that, no offense. He's allergic to work. Miru knows me too well. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna get going. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go somewhere tonight. But I can go to the Starry Night Cafe. Okay, let's look. What is happening near Massapequa tonight? Things to do in Massapequa. All right, I'll try to go out and do something tonight, guys. Adios, amigos and amigas.